Here at Simply Garden, with over 50 years of gardening experience, I believe in keeping things simple and productive while gardening in your own backyard. We're going to harvest some grapes here, and the goal here is to make some grape juice. So I have a steamer all set up, and we're going to steam and make some wonderful grape juice, which I do freeze in quart jars and thaw and enjoy in the winter time. It's delicious. So just want to show you how the grape harvest looked here. These are Concord grapes. They are native to New Hampshire. They do very well. They actually grow wild out in the woods. These are domestic, these are cultivated Concord grapes, but there's no problem with getting them to grow very well. You don't have to do much to them. Well, hey, check this out, people. I was wondering where this hole is coming from. Wow! Look at the size of that. I don't know if you can see down there. I think that's a woodchuck. Woo! He's a big one. We're going to have to deal with that later on, but he dug all this up here. I was wondering where the dirt kept coming from, but wow. He's got a whole den down there, so we'll put a cage in front there to get him out of here before he does his family growing activities over the winter. So back to the grapes. Sorry about that, just saw that. So like I say, grapes are pretty easy to grow. I don't do much to them. Really, as far as cultivation, I pretty much just did the I do a little bio spray in the spring. Bio spray is something that helps when the blossom time is coming, before it blossoms, or when there's blossoms. Helps with getting the nutrients pulled up out of the soil better. Helps the plant grow better. But I'm pretty happy with this harvest here. And we've got, I'll fill a bucket like this probably 3 times on an average year. So we got these here, all down in here. Wow, look at that there, huh? Beautiful looking. So I do the foliage thing trimming the vines. Usually do that in early March. We got quite a bit back in here. Looks pretty good. Not as thick as I usually like to see it. It was a lot thicker as far as the grapes last year, but hey, it's good. We'll make do with it. I think it might be past due because I'm seeing a lot of dropping on the ground, so maybe that's why I'm not seeing much up here. Maybe I'm a little bit late, because like I say, last week was basically a lost week because of my health. But we made grape jam a couple days ago. Actually last week, before things got really bad. But well, I'm seeing a lot of grapes on the ground, decomposed. But we'll get what's good out of here, and we'll get a couple crops of grape, couple buckets of grape juice. A couple buckets of grapes. Sorry about that. We'll get some use out of this. So anyways, we'll just go ahead and pick this, and I'll get going here, and we'll be back a little bit later with the finished bucket and show you how much we got out of this first one here. Also, just real quick on the garden, while I talk about it here, we got the winter ryegrass is coming up. Just going to show you that germinating a little bit there. You can barely see the little shoots coming up here. We've had a lot of nice rain, which is like perfect for this, which will really help the stuff germinate nicely. I see more popping open here, but so we got that coming in nicely. I've got tomatoes get wrapped up. We're gonna get some super cold weather, so this will be pulled out probably Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday, I'll rip this out after I get home from work. More tomatoes over there to take down. We'll get the peppers pretty well cleaned up the best we can. I'm not going to take them out yet, even though it's going to get cold. I'll just tarp them down with a blanket. Probably cut off some of the higher brush on top here, that way you can pull it down. I'll put a couple of thick blankets on top of that so I can keep that going. Because we're talking upper 20s, middle of the week here. And then I got these 2 beds I have to also get finished edging and get the winter ryegrass seed into that. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one will eventually get to when it finally dies down to where it's gotten so cold now we're trying to keep these guys alive. But Brussels sprouts are coming along nicely, starting to form up a little here and there. They're doing all right. Not that happy with the results this year, but hey, we'll get a couple meals out of it. Yeah, they're not nice and tight like they should be. We'll see how we do with the weather. I'll tarp them down, keep the heat in, that we don't get if it gets too cold, it won't stunt them. Because Brussels sprouts like the cold weather. They don't mind the cold weather. If you can have them out here in the upper 20s, they do just fine. But I'm hoping that I get more of the balling up of the nodules there. I mean, they're looking good down here. They're coming along. But anyways, back to what we're doing over here. Keep focused, Jim. Also make sure I pick that eggplant. So we're coming down the end here. It's a chilly day today. It's been a great season, great garden year. And we'll just wrap up the rest of these grapes and get steaming them. So we have the rest of the grapes picked up here. I picked a half a bucket full earlier and another 3/4 bucket here. We are right now cooking down the steaming them down. So I'm just going to give you an idea of how this works here. Basically, you just throw the grapes in here, just stems and everything. I'll show you what goes underneath here. Oops, get it out of the way there. Basically what's going on, the water is boiling away inside of here. And I don't like to show you the bottom of this, but there's like little sieves in the little holes in the bottom. And it goes up through a funnel and comes out to the grape juice here, which we go down here, and out she comes. Here we go, look at that. Isn't that awesome? Nice fresh grape juice. That'll fill this container right up to the top pretty much. And what we'll do is we'll put in probably about just like maybe a 1/4 cup of sugar just to taste. I'll just jar it up in quart-sized mason jars and freeze it. I don't have to can it at all. And stick it in the freezer. Comes time to eat it, take one, put it in the refrigerator, it thaws out in a day or two. Put a nice big glass of ice, pour that right on there, and it's like unbelievable. Delicious, fresh, wonderful, fresh grape juice. Like I say, you got new filtering this way here. The old days used to cook it down and had to get the cheesecloth and push it to the cheesecloth. This is just simple outdoor hot plate. I used to do in the house, but I wanted to try this and I don't have to mess with getting the kitchen all full of steam and everything. And just do it right outside. It's an awesome way to do it. In fact, we're going to use it for cooking on bees, the wax from their beehives, and be able to do that in my shed, cook it right outside of my shed, and not have to mess up the kitchen with a bunch of beeswax either. Unless you try to be careful. It just seems to get all over places, so this way I can control that. But this is all simple, making grape juice with the steamer. Great system, and had great results. And we'll hopefully you enjoyed seeing us how to make grape juice from the grapes that we grew. Concord grapes are easy. I know certain parts of the country you have different grapes you can grow, but up in the Northeast these do very well. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to it, thank you for viewing and for subscribing.